morning world. It's Wednesday. Hope you're all having a great week. I'm still having problems with my back. It still hurts, so I'm not doing a lot. I thought for a video this week I might do a bit of a behind the scenes on how I make my videos. A few days ago I could barely even sit at my computer without being in pain, but now it's a bit better. Definite improvement. I'm still not quite right. I've got, oh look, hold on, I'm waffling and I'm noticing some very good tomatoes here. Look at that. It's so much nicer than the ones ripened off the vine. As you can see, this is growing really, really well. I got distracted by tomatoes there, didn't I? I was trying to say, we're going to do a behind the scenes look at how I make a video. So once Jem's finished work, oh, that's just too nice. I keep getting distracted. A bit of basil with it. Oh, that's lovely. Anyway, yeah, sorry, distracted by the food. Look at all this basil. Yeah, see, more distractions. That's doing really, really well. I've got something growing in there. I think that's a cabbage or a cauliflower. This one, something's eaten the top of it. Something got in here and it looks like it's had a jump at that. Nasty little things. Whilst we're in here, we'll have a quick look, as you can see, which is we're doing. These peppers seem to be perking up. The two larger ones seem to be perking up, seem to be doing all right. These two, not very well. So I think I'm going to get rid of those, get them on the compost heap, because they're not doing very well. So lots of stuff's doing well down here. Still got some coriander, some onions. Plant those out as soon as my back's up to bending over and planting. I'll put those out down on one of those plots down the bottom. Same with these cabbages. Again, something's been munching on this stuff. Do you know what? We had a praying mantis in here the other day. It's not doing its job very well. I'm going to sack it. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sack the praying mantis. Anyway, yeah, everything's looking good. We'll go inside, and as I said, when Jem finished work, I'll do a little behind the scenes on how I put my videos together. Okay, before we go in and start, and I show you how I put my videos together, I wanted to show you the cameras I use and why I use this camera setup. So this is my original camera. It's a Sony Action Cam. It's a bit like a GoPro, but I prefer these mainly because of the form factor. I prefer the shape. Much prefer the shape of these. I don't like the square box thing that the GoPros are. So it also came with a lot of really cool stuff, just like a GoPro. Came with a waterproof case, and this was brilliant for whilst I was riding my motorbike. I just put this patch on here, this Velcro patch, and I had one on my helmet, and I just used to stick it there, and that was how I used to ride with my helmet, with my camera on my helmet, should I say. So really happy with this camera. When we first moved to France, we started recording our life here more for our family and friends than anything else back in the UK, so they could see what we were doing. And I really started enjoying doing the YouTube thing quite a lot, and decided I wanted to try and make a channel, which is what you're watching now, obviously, and doing it a little bit more regular videos. As you know, I put a weekly video out and hoping to put a lot more project videos out as well as time goes, but that's all money to do projects. None of them are free, although I try and keep the cost down as much as possible. Anyway, when this camera got scratched earlier on in the year, the lens got scratched and you can't replace it, so I bought an updated version. The one you're on is an AS200, this is an AS100, and this is an AS30. Now I bought it off eBay, and I thought I was just getting that camera that you're on now, but it actually came with this as well. It was a French eBay seller, and when I translated it all, I mistranslated it and didn't realise it was actually two cameras. So that was an absolute bonus when it turned up, along with all the other bits, stands and various other things that it came with. It was really cool. But the reason I decided to stick with the same one is so I can use like this equipment. This came with, I got this with my original camera, and basically you can just drop that in, go like that, and bang, you've got a camera with a screen like a normal Handycam, which is cool. Plus the extra batteries and stuff like that, all compatible. So I decided to stick with the same brand, and I'm more than happy with it. I mean, the modern one that you're watching me on, the more updated one, is a higher resolution, higher frame rate, it's got wind reduction on the microphone and everything else, so I can't complain. It would be nice to have a video camera with a decent zoom on it, but really, for that I would get myself something like a DSLR, but they're very expensive. That's a future thing. Anyway, enough waffling about my cameras. Let's go and see how I put the videos together, eh? Right, it's time to have a look at how I put my videos together. Now, I did this all yesterday, but the screen capture software I used was absolutely awful. I couldn't get my head around it. It wouldn't show half the things I wanted it to. So I have had to start all over again. About 2 hours work yesterday. But this is one of the fun things about editing, is learning how to do all this new stuff. I'm learning new software. In the end, I found a piece of software made by the same people who do my editing software that can also do my screen capture, and that's what I'm using now. Okay, so if you have a look, this here on the screen is my editing software. I'm only going to show you quickly how I use it. I'm not going to go into full details, obviously. So first you just need to add the video files you need, and I've got some video files lined up here under new projects. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. This was yesterday's video, and you drop it in there, and then all you do is you drop them onto the timeline. So nice and simple, and that's where I build my videos. Now I also use, this is like transitioning between videos. I've got all these different tools like Dissolve that I use a lot between videos during the day, and then when I'm taking a video from one day to the next, I tend to use the heart to go through to show it's a different day. But at the beginning of all of them I use the roll, which is that, as you can see. So these are the tools I use to stitch it all together and make it look nice. And I didn't mean to Morning world,
them, but there you go. It's also got lots of other tools like, for example, as you can see the screen there, it's looking a bit washed out. So what I can do is go into the auto levels, and that will auto level the exposure, make it a much more natural look and a lot less washed out. So I have to do that with a lot of videos sometimes, and if I've got a wind noise as well, I've got a tool on here for that, which goes like so. Open that up, and I can do a high pass. And I tend to find a general cleanup, one of the presets, is absolutely fine. If it's very windy, I will up that a bit more, like so, and it just takes the edge off, and then I can listen to it back.
It still hurts, so I'm not doing a lot.
You can hear that. It takes the high pass down. It just takes a lot of the wind noise down and things like that, and certain other background noise as well. It'll also cancel, and you can alter that depending on how strong the wind is. Quite cool. But whenever I start a video, the first thing I always do is obviously add my intro, which I have a little file there, so I can plop it in there, and then I drop that on. So I can drop that in at the beginning, stick that across, and this is where I put that transition that I was talking about. So if I go like so, use the roll, and voila, and does that.
Morning world.
Nice and simple. If I was using, well, you've seen the other transitions that I use on my videos. So that's the general way I do it, but sometimes I have to add music. So if I've got a big section where I'm doing a lot of work and I speed it all up, I can add audio files, so I just put them into there. And if you have a look, I have lots of music for YouTube. It's a file of music that hasn't got any copyright on, basically, which all comes from freemusic.eu, which is quite cool. Very cool site. So I just drop that in there, and then what I can do is I can separate the audio, so you can do an unlink there. That unlinks the audio, so I can do things to that without doing things to that. So I can then say mute that. Okay, and as you can see, instead of me talking, so quite a clever little tool there. And then I would adjust the speed of that to fit the music. So that's the basics of it. Now the other thing I had to learn today, which I'm not going to show you, is the fact that I'm now in a little box in the corner, as you can see, in a box in the corner. That was a new tool that I've just learned, and it's good. I enjoy editing because I'm learning something all the time. When I first started doing my YouTube videos, I had no idea. I haven't been trained. A few YouTube videos to teach me the basics, and then I've just played with the tools and learnt it as I went along. So that is basically how I put my videos together. When I finish one of my videos, I go to a site called Canva, which is there. Yes, I was watching that. And this is where I create all my designs. So you go in like that, create custom size. I always go 1920 by 1080, and then you just drop a picture in there. I'll just grab a photo that I've done. So that was my last video. Stick it in there, and then I will use this site here, which is very clever. I can just stretch it, make it fit, something like that, and then I can adjust the colouring to make it snap a little bit more in the thumbnail, because oh, I don't want to change the tint. Why am I changing the tint? That was a silly thing to do. Let's take that back down to 0. It's saturation I want to change, so I up the saturation, which brings in a little bit more colour. I up the contrast, and then I bring the blur down. As you can see, that makes that picture snap a lot more. Remember, it's made smaller, so the lack of quality isn't that problematic. And then I add things like the Tree of Life, which I add every single time. That's the Permaculture made Wheezy Tree of Life. And then we've got to add some text, haven't we? So, nice and simple. So you've got a heading there. Tend to twist it, I can turn it, move it around, change the colour of the font, change the font itself, change the size of the box, and that is basically how I put together one of my thumbnails that I use on YouTube. So after I've done all this and I've put it all together, I then upload it to YouTube, add the cards on the end and things like that. So that is what goes into making one of these videos, and it takes about, I would say, 2 hours in total to do a 15-minute video. That's approximately. I mean, it takes longer if I'm adding a lot of music, if I'm adding a lot of stop motion photography, or if I'm adding a lot of speeded up stuff and I'm playing with it. It can increase the time, but I would say on average about 2 hours for a 15-minute video. So, I hope you found that interesting. We'll go down at the weekend and we'll have a look around, and I'll finish the video then. So, I'll catch you at the weekend.
Morning world, it's Saturday, and at last my back is feeling a little bit better, a lot better. I actually got a decent night's sleep last night. Got a few things I need to plant out at some point, so I'm going to do a bit of planning, work out what I'm going to do today, and get back to you in a bit. But one thing that I am going to do is some of this basil here. I'm going to put one of these into here and let the basil grow up. Basil's supposed to help the flavour of tomatoes. It also helps ward off some pests. But look how well this tomato's doing. Remember this one? This is one that I rescued from the corn. So that's cool. Now, there's something I do want to try. I've shown you before nipping out the suckers which send off new plants. I didn't want any down here at all. Like there's a sucker that's removed. Now we've got a sucker here that's actually quite big. Now, my mum was saying that she was watching a guy, and what he was doing was pinching the suckers off, then dropping them in water and rooting them. So you end up with another tomato plant that's separate from the main plant, which is quite cool. So, we may have to try that. What do you think? Yeah, let's give that a try. See how that works. So I'll get back to you when I've got everything I need to do that. I've been around the garden, picked up some little bits of willow. The reason I'm doing that is because willow bark has a hormone in it that produces roots, given the chance. And that's why when you get a willow, you've got a willow stick about that long, stick it in the ground, it will just root. So, I'm cutting this up and putting it in this jar. like so. And I'm going to take the cutting off that, I'm going to drop it in there, we're going to leave that for a while and see if it grows some roots. This is a sucker I would be removing anyway, so let's have a look at that. One of the suckers says the middle node out of the 3 that come up. You need to get one that's long enough. I can see another one up there. I might get that one as well. We'll see. Yeah, let's stick another one in there. Give 2 a chance. So, as I come up here, that there is a sucker, which will produce an entire new plant. So there you go. Alright, well, we'll put them in one of these, we'll leave them, we'll see how it does. See if we get some roots out the bottom of there, eh? Another experiment. Got to enjoy your experiments. It's a great thing with this, spending time trying new things. I've taken one of the basil plants from here. There wasn't many basil in that one. There's another one here. And what I'm going to do is, you can see, put that in there. I'm going to stick that one in there too. Get some basil in with a tomato and see how effective that is. Don't film me, I'm shy. Don't film me, I'm shy. Right, whilst we're down here, I decided to have a quick go at this bed. As you can see, these are well ready to be de-seeded, so we've got some lettuce seeds for next year, or even to see if we can grow in the winter in the greenhouse. So we're just pulling them up, and then we'll go upstairs. We'll go up the top and we'll sort the seeds out. As you can see, the carrots aren't doing bad. They're showing a bit at the top there. As you can see, carrots. Not many, but we got more carrots in the greenhouse. Whee! Throw them away. We'll uncover these. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this bed yet at the moment. Oh look. Look, radish. Radish! Poking out. We'll have to wait till they get a lot bigger before we have it though. Same with these carrots. They're not big enough yet. Not worth picking. Yeah, we'll quickly have a go at this one. I might put the cloche over here because we are getting quite cold at night. I'm not going to bother cloching this one this year, simply because it's got that thick layer of hay on it, and all that's in there is a few potatoes. I'm going to put some more potatoes in there actually. There's what, 5 potatoes in there. We'll see how it does. Although each potato plant's quite big, so I might just leave it like that. Anyone know what that is? Keeps growing there. Keep pulling it out. Grows back again. Tell me what that is. It's a plant. I know. Anybody got any more useful information than that? Is what I would say. Because I know what John Holden's like. If I say, do you know what that is? He'll just put, it's a plant. Hi John. One of my regular viewers. Oh, talking of viewers, don't know what the heck has happened in the last week, but we just suddenly got a whole load new viewers. I mean, my last video, which was a short video, because I did me back in at the beginning of the week, it's got like over 300 views now, and no videos come anywhere near that. So, one of my worst videos, because it was really short. I didn't do a lot, except hurt my back. Is that what you need? Is that what you want to see on the internet? Is that what you people are looking for? People who hurt themselves? Even not spectacularly. Maybe that's it. I should injure myself more. Oh, hold on, you seen that face? Maybe not. I mean, when I do injure myself, for all my new viewers, I like to do it in style. See that? It's about a year ago I did that. Circular sub. A year ago this month, yeah. So, anyway, I'll disappear. I'll finish this video off later. Oh, we've just popped in here. We've got a friend. Do you want to see our friend? She looks after our greenhouse when we're not in here. That's the one I was going to sack, but I don't know. She's too cute. I can't sack her, can I? No. You stop eating the greenhouse. Do you like chives? What's not to like? Lovely. Right, that's this week's video done. I've got to go in and put it all together. Make sense of all this footage I've got on my camera. Then I'll get it uploaded to YouTube, ready for tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, do me a favour, like, comment and subscribe. And a big thank you to all our new subscribers and all our old subscribers. Thank you very much, and thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. Don't forget, be like me. Take it wheezy.